Okay, so I'm back from my vacation. I've taken some notes. I've seen so many comments talking about so many things. And yes, I'm aware that the complaint about the fire, the fire stuff was fire alarms. It wasn't sprinklers. We've already dealt with that, but yes, that was a moment of weakness on my part. But there's something even worse going on that I sort of want to draw your attention to. And this is something that I hadn't noticed until I've just booted up the game. This is the first time I've played Software Inc. in about 3 weeks. I've booted it up. I had a look at all software and I noticed this. Vector Premium 3. It is a 2D editor by a company called FieldBiz Studio. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, it's not a big deal. What's the problem? Vector Premium 3. Keep in mind, we make a 3D editor called Vector. Now, in Software Inc., that doesn't really matter. It's not really going to have any impact. But again, we've been sort of storytelling and we've been sort of role-playing our business a little bit. So this bothers me. I don't like this. Now, they're not going to give me the IP. I could try and strike up an exclusivity deal for 6 months, 10 million. It's going to be on my platform exclusively. But I could alternatively go to the company and I could see if maybe the company is something I could buy out. Now, keep in mind, Nerdrosoft is the second most valuable company in the market. We do, in fact, have the most in the bank right now. So I have to wonder, can I just go and buy FieldBiz Studio? So they're currently owned. They're worth what, 20 million? Oh no, that's only a chunk of the business. You know, I'm going to buy out a chunk of their stocks. It has gone up a little bit, 85.1%. I'm going to buy that. It's a lot of money, but I'm going to do it. And I'm going to see if eventually I can try and buy out this company. And I think that's going to be my goal. I'm thinking that's what we're going to try and do, because I don't love the fact that they're sort of, they're encroaching on my territory a little bit there. I don't love that. They have 3 products. Actually, they exclusively do Vector Premium starting in 2008. I don't know about this. I don't know about that. But I will, at the very least, hope for the best. I'm also wondering if maybe we do want to offer that exclusivity. Maybe we do like a year of exclusivity. So we'll go for June of 2013. 11.8 million. That's fine. Again, it's a lot of money. Ooh, okay. Let's see what I got. Best employer. Gotta be. Absolutely. And best product goes to me again for Nerdrosoft Wave 9. I don't mind if I do. So where's my office? Because I do need to put it in here. Oh, wait. Do they not give me another? They don't give me another platinum one, do they? I think do you only get one? That's unfortunate. that's unfortunate. So would that mean that I had to lose best employee? Oh, that is a little unfortunate, but you know, I'll take it. Best product of what, 2012? We haven't ever had a best product, have we? We've had second place, we've had third place, but that's our first best product award, I think. Unless I've put it in someone else's office, which is actually entirely possible, but I don't, for the life of me, know if that's actually a thing that I've done. So we're not going to worry too much about it. Regardless, best product of 2012, I will take it. We are 100% going to have to expand this shelf at some point, maybe just up to here, but we'll worry about that when it comes around. Because here's what I'm thinking. Like I said, I've been reading the comments, I've been seeing the feedback, and there's a couple of things that were really consistent throughout all of the comments. And the top comment on the last episode made mention of the idea of, instead of throwing the porting jobs and the update jobs at my existing teams, why don't I create a team that can do both of those things? And there were a few people that said, well, why not create a team for both? You know, one porting team, one updating team. And realistically, I don't think we're going to have all that many porting jobs to warrant it. And there were some other people in the comments that said exactly the same thing. We're not porting often enough to make it worthwhile, but having a team that does both, I mean, yes, they might have a lot of things to do, but that seems like what I'm going to do. And then it got me thinking, where am I going to put them? Because we don't really have room in the building. And I remembered I created this square for that exact reason, because we can go and delete this. We can go into build mode. We can set it to daytime so I can see what I'm doing. And then very simply, we just do this and we create another floor. But then I got thinking, well, we're going to need a team leader because we don't have room for it. So why don't we get a little bit silly with this? Why don't we do something like this? We'll do the same sort of thing down here. And then we're going to go around like that, delete these two chunks in the middle. And I want to see if I can sort of extend this room to here, and I can. So now we have this weird space, and I don't know that I love this. I'm not gonna lie. You know what? I'm not gonna do that. We're not gonna do the extended part. We'll keep this. We'll figure out where the team leader is gonna go. And you know what? I kind of want to put a roof on this as well. So we'll do this. I think I can sort of stretch this out to oh, that's not what I'm looking for. Can I? Ooh. How do I put that? I have to build it again. Okay, it's been a minute. All right, it's been a minute. Okay, so long story short, this is what I'm thinking. We have space for an office. We have 2 more development spaces. It is more or less a copy of what we've done on the floors down below as well, but it has a roof, which makes it a little bit different. I don't know if I love this. I'm not gonna lie. It does look a little bit weird on the building, but it is probably good enough. It's gonna do for now, and this is gonna be for what is essentially gonna be a porting team. So we'll go back into gameplay. It is just after midnight, so we'll go to manage teams. New team is gonna be porting, and I guess updating is what we're gonna call it. We'll add that team. We can go through and basically select all of them. We will auto color the teams just because I can. And then essentially, we want to grab this room, and this room. We want to go and switch it over to my porting and updating teams. This right here is going to be a space for a team leader. And if we turn on the labels, we can see all of that has updated, which is great. So now we just need people, and I need to figure out exactly how many people. So we'll go to hire employees. We're looking for a leader. Secondary can be none. Salary is going to be high. Compatibility doesn't really matter. And HR and multitasking, I think, is going to be the right call for the team leader here. So we'll begin looking. We're not really worried about compatibility because, again, they're not going on a team. You're short-tempered and a snob. I don't know. Optimistic and naive. You're pretty solid. So Bernadette Watson, I think we'll go for you. You're 50 years old, so we'll get 10 to 15 years out of you before you retire, which is pretty good. So we'll put you in the porting and the update team. We'll go into that team right here. We'll go to you. We'll change your roles over to leader. Secondary is going to be pretty much everything else, which is fine. And then I want to pause. I want to go to HR management here, and we'll figure this out. We're going to give you a bit of a, well, we don't necessarily need a bigger budget. Now that I think about it, it's at 250,000. Let's give you another 0 on that. So you're going to handle everything, which is great. Role selection is whatever. We're going to say educate them. We'll say 5 at a time is okay. And we'll figure out what exactly the split is here in just a second. Specialization is going to be quite simple though. It's going to be development. I don't know if we're going to need hardware in here. I don't imagine we need hardware in here. I don't think, yeah, we'll do it anyway, but just, I don't think we're going to need it. Traits are fine, and salaries, I don't know if we want to go low salary. I don't think it matters that now that I think about it though, because it's not like they're having to design anything. They're just having to make it work in another system. I don't think low salary is going to make too much of a difference. So that's going to bring in younger employees. And the goal is that we might be able to eventually turn those into full-time developers rather than just a porting team. So that's kind of my thinking, but let's take a look and see what we're dealing with here. So we have 6 desks there. We have 7 there. So that gives us 13, which is fine. I don't imagine we're going to need any artists for this team. So if we look at this, we could just do, I don't even know if we need designers for porting. I should probably Google this, right? I mean, if we look at porting this, there's no stats on it. When it comes to updating it, this is Nerdrosoft Place. That's not an update. When it comes to updates, what do we need? I don't think we need designers. I don't know if we need designers at all. I'm going to Google this. I'm going to check this.
2 hours later.
Okay, so from what I'm reading, it seems like it basically recommends system development, which would make sense because I'm wondering if system in this case is referencing operating system, and therefore porting to another operating system is going to require some system developers. We're going to take this chance. We're going to just do system, and we're going to just say 13 programmers, and we'll see how that goes. We'll see if that works. We'll see if that's okay. We'll speed things up. That should start to fill out that team, which is great. I don't know if they're going to come to work today. I guess they are, which is great. So let's give this a shot. We currently have the office team working on Nerdrosoft Suite. So let's take those guys. We should probably throw this in here as well. So let's throw that in there. Let's assign this to my porting team and see how they handle it. We'll do the same thing with Wave 9. It's the audio team working on that right now. We'll move it to no other operating systems, which is fine. We can go and assign that to my porting team, which is right about here. So we'll see if that's any faster, if it's any slower. I don't really know if it's going to be. They are all working, which is great. So that is going to take some of the stresses off of the rest of my teams, which is great. We also have a press release ready for Nerdrosoft Doors, or Doors, which is fantastic news. Doors, by the way, March 2013 is when that goes out. So we'll see how that turns out. We can go ahead and market it with a press build as well, just to get people talking about it, hopefully. And employee is stressed by working too many tasks. Someone on the core team. You'll be fine. It's fine. I'm expecting them to be stressed. Let's see. Canvas 3, 510,000 doors is doing okay. Where did we make money in the last month? If we look at our releases, we did, so that's profits overall. I need to look at my last month profits. 5.9 on Wave 9. All right. Okay. I can deal with that. That's pretty solid money. Don't mind if I do. A company you have invested in has started selling more shares. How many shares are we talking? Not many. 60 to be exact. Okay, I'm gonna buy those anyway because I think that's probably a pretty solid bet. I'm basically going to take over this company because they're selling stuff that's basically, you know, mine. They're still not interested in the IP. I think I already have an exclusivity deal as well. So that'll hopefully work out for me, or it'll fail miserably for them. My stocks are already worth more than they were when I bought them, so that's not terrible. And actually looking at the stats down here, if we look at the port job for Wave 9, it is going quite quickly. So I do think having the system programmers was absolutely the right call. So this is good. This is a really solid update to the company. It means that we can now port things to other things way, way quicker, which has me thinking that it might not be a bad idea to go through my releases and just make sure that they're everywhere they should be. So if we go for active users, we have a lot of operating systems here that we can move Longsword 7 onto. And I think what I'll do is just go for any operating system that has more than, let's say more than 250,000 users. We're not going to go back to 2009, but we'll go for the last sort of 3 years there. Wave 9 we're already working on, which is fine. Suite we're already working on. I'm not going to touch the rest of them, but we'll do it sort of that way and see how it goes. I can also make sure that that is a top priority, which it is. So that's great. Finished printing job for Vector 3. It is releasing February 2013. We have Canvas 4, October 2012. That's the release? That's next month. Are you guys in beta right now? You are. Okay. Well, that's fair enough. That's all right. I'm guessing is Canvas has been relatively successful, right? 43 million there. Most profitable. Canvas 3 is up there. Kingdom 6 is up there as well, which is great. Okay. Yeah, we should be all right. So we have a release next month, which I'm excited about. We have a release early next year. A month later, we have our operating system as well. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, interestingly, Canvas 4 released early. It has sparse marketing, which is a little bit worrying, but it's released prior to going out. It sold. It made 526,000 in September, which I mean is better than nothing. I'm sort of okay with that. Let's go ahead and make sure that we are in fact manufacturing this. It's also inspiring, which is all right, but we'll go ahead and start printing. We can go ahead and say maximum 100,000 just to make sure that we don't, you know, we don't have more than we end up needing, which would be a bit of a disaster. But that's all right. I mean, we have something else that's gone out. We have an audio tool scheduled for Wave 10, September 2014. Not bad. That is not bad at all. I will say as well, it's a little worrying seeing how poorly Doors is doing in terms of its following. I don't love that. We might want to throw another. We have the automatic, we have the projects marketing team. Let's get the marketing team working on a little something for Doors right there. We'll make that a top priority just to make sure everything's okay. And I guess while we're looking at the marketing team, that's something else that I noticed in the comments in a couple of places where people talking about how I handle marketing and whether or not I should throw more or less money at my different marketing projects. And the consensus there seemed to be that roughly $50,000 per marketing project is going to be enough, as long as you have good sort of substantial pre-release marketing as well. So having Doors releasing in a few months' time, giving it about a year of marketing before it releases, might do well for it. It shouldn't be sparse. It shouldn't be unknown. It should be something that people are kind of aware of when it releases. Whether or not it actually has followers is a completely different thing, but we will see how it goes, is what we'll do. Also, how many shares? We talking 91? These guys just want my money. That's what they want. They just want my money. And honestly, I'm kind of here for it. I'm basically gonna try, like I said, I'm gonna try and take over this company bit by bit. We'll see how that goes. We'll see if it works out. In terms of other companies, I mean, if we look at worth right now, I'm still second place. These guys, $794 million in worth with 102 products. That is wild. That is a lot. They've bought it though, right? They have a lot of stuff that they're not the creators of, so that kind of checks out. Man, that's a lot. That is so much. They're also 48% listed. I like that we're not. I like that Nerdrosoft isn't listed. I like that we're a completely private company. That makes me very, very happy. We've got people like these guys, 55% listed. These guys, 24.9. So I don't even own a quarter of this company right now, which is a little bit sad. I'd like to. I'd definitely like to. $130 million of worth with 3 products. That's not bad, but we'll get there. We'll take it over eventually. I'm going to get that IP. We're never going to use it, but I'm going to get it. In other news, Nerdrosoft Play 2 is ready to go into beta, which is fantastic news. And I will say, speaking of comments, I saw a few others that were talking about the fact that Play 2, I don't think has any social features. I think I might have missed those. And someone mentioned, you know, they can't really imagine Steam without the social features. We might have to do Play 3 a little sooner than expected, but that's okay. That's fine. We can do that. We have the technology. Now, unfortunately, the 2D team just lost their leader, but we do have someone here, Darius Hood, who can do HR and automation, which is fantastic. So Darius, we're going to be hiring you. We are going to go to the 2D team. We're going to go to employees. We're going to grab you and change your roles to be leader, and then secondary on, not design, but we'll do programming and art as secondary, which is fine. So the 2D team is sorted in that regard, but it also means that Canvas 5 is going to be getting worked on by someone else. So Darius Hood is going to be taking over the 2D automation project, which is why we needed the guy to be able to do automation. So we'll go ahead and accept and close all of this. And then they're starting to sell more shares. We have the fire inspector coming along. You know what I forgot to do? Actually, really good timing. Totally forgot to put fire. Wait, no, I do have the fire stuff in here because I copied and pasted it. Do we have the sprinklers? We do. I don't think I have any in these offices though. So let's very quickly make sure that I'm not going to be getting a fine. So we want to have these guys in here. We want to get some sprinklers, and we'll go for here. We'll go for here, and that should keep us good. I'm not gonna look at the overlay before the fire inspector gets here. Wait, a product is run out of stock. Longsword 7. Interesting. Only 2 units in stock. Longsword 7. How long has it been out of stock? That's worrying. Okay, let's start to, where am I looking here? Printing. We'll do this. We'll print 125,000 copies of that one, and make sure that all is good on that front. Hopefully we can do okay with that. Hellshock 4 is going into its 4th iteration. I think I'm kind of content to just let it go, to be honest. I don't think we need to be crazy about, you know, getting this thing out earlier. I think we'll just sort of let it do its thing. We'll let it get that iteration done. We'll have it perfectly designed so that hopefully Hellshock, the sort of first-person shooter spin-off of King Doom, it's set in the same world. It's a different story, you know. It's the, I don't know. It's the, I saw someone describe King Doom 6 as Nerdrosoft's Grand Theft Auto 5. So I guess this is like, I don't know what this is. I was going to say, I mean, GTA's never really had spin-offs, right? I mean, you've had like Vice City stories to Vice City, but it's still, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Anyway, it's set in the same world. All right. I like to imagine that all of Nerdrosoft's games are going to be set in the same universe, which means if we ever do a sports game, somehow I'm going to have to figure out why exactly people are playing tennis in hell with fireballs instead of tennis balls. But that's, yeah. We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out somewhere down the line. Now, in other news, I've realized that my office team is doing nothing right now. So let's go to Nerdrosoft Suite and we can do content packs. Interesting. Now that I wasn't entirely aware of. What can I do with a content pack? Ooh. Okay. I mean, I don't really care what we'll do the extra pack. We'll do the bonus pack, I guess, is fine. We can do clip art. We can do audio. We can do system. We can't do fonts, apparently, which is interesting. I love that it just has papyrus down here. That's great. A lot of wasted interest in this, which is fair enough. 2D editor for this is going to be, let's sort by release dates. We have Canvas, which is perfectly fine. I guess that's what we'll go for. We'll go for Canvas. The audio tool for this is going to be most recent release date. It's going to be Wave 9 is what it's going to be. We can do some slide templates, bring the presentation up a little bit. We can do document templates. Still a lot of wasted interest. Decent consumer reach, I guess. That'll be fine. Let's just give this to my office team as something for them to do, so that they're not just sitting there doing absolutely nothing. We'll put it on the SCM. We'll do $15 and I mean, develop it. That's fine. And I guess make a sequel. While we're at it, we might as well make a sequel. Do we have a good framework for this? We do. We have the suite, which is fair enough. So we'll use the suite for this. And I think I'm just going to go all out. To be honest with you, I think I'm going to bring the tech levels up as high as I can, which is going to completely invalidate the framework, which is all right. But I think I'm just going to go all in on this. I don't care how long it takes. I think we just want to make the suite as sort of amazing as it can be. We can't do cloud backups, which is unfortunate. It's 256% wasted interest. It's 100% expected interest. That's fine. That's completely fine. We'll do $90. It's this. This is so stupid. This is such a stupid way to do things. Yeah, I think we're gonna do this. I do. I might take the virtual assistant out of there. In fact, I think I will take that out of there. I don't think we'll do the virtual assistant. Database connections. I mean, I don't know if we need it. Scripting brings it down a little bit. I think that's what we'll do. Well, scripting's good for spreadsheets. We'll do this. Approximately 2 years. It's gonna be closer to 3, I'm sure, but that's fine. We can do subscription based. Oh, you know what? We're doing it. We're doing something stupid here. We're doing Nerdrosoft Suite 2. It is gonna be subscription based. It is gonna be, oh man. You know what? We're not even gonna do Nerdrosoft in front of. Actually, we're gonna do Nerdrosoft Suite Pro is what we're gonna call it, and we're gonna call it Nerdrosoft Suite Pro 2020 2020. So it's, I don't want to do 2020. We'll do Nerdrosoft Suite Pro is what we'll go for. The 2D editor on this is going to be, this is so confusing. This is why I want this company. I keep seeing Vector and I think it's mine. They're getting me. I own the company that makes Vector and they're fooling me with that. What do you mean I failed? What do you I'll look at that in a minute. That's amazing. Okay. All right. We'll put it on doors because that's going to be out by then. And then active users, we'll put it on like these 3 operating systems. And those are going to be outdated, I would imagine, by the time this thing comes out, but that's okay. We'll auto balance this. There's not really anything to do. We can apply a market balance, I guess, and that's okay. Yeah, that's good. This guy's probably going to be retired by the time this is out, but that's that's fine, I'm sure. Let's develop it. Your product depends on other products which are still in development. You won't be able to release it before they're, yeah, that's fine. Okay. What did I fail? Where did I, wait, I didn't, oh, you know how I failed? Because I copied the layout of this room down here, right? Which has a fire alarm in this corner and there's a window in this, okay. Okay. You know what? You know what, Software Inc? I'm sick. Call the fire inspector. Get the fire inspector back here. Get him back here. The project management team 3D editor just released Vector 3. It is good. It is ordinary. That's not good. Let's have a look here. Vector 2 was great and inspiring. That's worrying. That's actually really worrying. Let's start porting this immediately to, let's just go for Lion Blind's OS. That seems like a good idea. This thing will get updated pretty quickly. We can start porting or printing this thing. We'll do a maximum 125,000 copies in stock. And we'll hope for the best on that one. I'm hoping that's going to be okay. I'm definitely hoping that's going to be okay. If it isn't, I'm going to be slightly upset, but I'm sure we'll manage. In other news, the bonus pack is being developed very quickly, which is great news. I don't imagine anybody is going to be crazy excited about an expansion pack for Nerdrosoft Suite, given that Nerdrosoft Suite currently has how many active users? It sold 12,000. It currently has can I see how many active users there are? Yeah, active users 4,294. So it could be worse. Anyway, it is now March 2013, which means it is time to release Doors. So we're gonna send it out. We're gonna see how it goes. They're not gonna know who we are. That's fine. What do you mean too? What do you mean? What do you mean? Hold on a minute. So how does no one know who, I mean, okay, that's really worrying. Let me do $55,000 marketing. That'll be okay. Is it good? It's great and ordinary. I'm okay with this. There's some updates we can do. I think we do that. Oh, it's so outdated. Okay. That's going to be part of the problem. So we're going to try and bring this entire thing up to sort of modern standards. We are going to give the update team this job. We're going to give the core team this job. They have one task right now. So that should be fine. Do we have any other teams that can work on this? Not really. We'll have the core team and the update team work on this. That'll be okay. So we'll go ahead and start updating it immediately. In terms of printing, we are going to want to hopefully do this nicely. So Doors is here, maximum 250,000. That's fine. Okay. Let's see. This update is not likely to get done today. It is horribly outdated, but hopefully we can turn this around. If we start, oh, we need to start porting things to Doors as well. So here's what we do. Vector 3, ports to release date, Doors. All right. Canvas 4, ports. This team, that's fine. To Doors. Longsword, port it to Doors. Wave 9, we want to port it to Doors. And Suite, we want to port that to Doors as well. So that's just about everything. Kingdom 6, do we want to port that? How many active users are we looking at? 9,000? Yeah, you know what? We're not going to touch that one. That's fine. We're just going to port everything to doors as best we can and hope for the best on that one. The doors, where's the doors update? Update doors here. Let me move that sort of to the top as well so I can keep an eye on it. I'm worried. I'm suddenly really worried. So minus $55,000 is the marketing budget. I don't think this is going to make money because it should have been in the last decade. That's real. Okay, 818,000. That's fine. You were fined 147,000 for failing to file a tax report. Well, we have a good accounting team though. Okay, you know what? We're not going to worry too much about it. This doors update is hopefully going to. That's a lot of bugs. That's a lot of bugs coming in right there. That's a little bit worrying. Okay, we will we'll manage is what we'll do. We will manage. We can hopefully keep the marketing going. We can hopefully get this update out sooner than later. We can put this on the development server just to make it a little bit faster or more stable or whatever else. Oh boy, I am a little concerned now. Doors took way too long to develop. That's the problem. It took so long. So at the very least, we are still the best employer by quite a margin. And then for most profitable products, we get second place for Wave 9, which is incredible given that it's a bit of an older product, but that's all right. We can go ahead and get those things in here. So we don't get another platinum award. Unfortunately, we don't get another platinum award, but we do get this guy, which I'm kind of excited about. And that means we are going to need to redo the shelf now, which is a little bit unfortunate, but that's pretty cool. That's a lot of award. I love the award system, man. I really do. It might be my favorite like new thing in Software Inc. It is such a cool system. I'm also just constantly buying stock in this company because, like I said, I'm taking them over. 100%. We are taking over this company unless they're going to trade me the IP, which they're still not willing to do. They're not interested in a deal because you don't have enough users on your platform. Excuse me. Wait, did we ever? We never released Play 2, did we? How is my platform doing? How are we looking? So we have this. How many users are on Play right now? 15.2 million. What do you mean I don't have enough users on the Play? There's 15.2 million. Okay. All right. You know what? Let's go ahead and release Play 2. And that'll be fine. We'll move it up to here. We'll get that thing supported nicely. We can look at updating it as well, which seems like a pretty solid idea. I don't necessarily want to throw too many teams at this though, so we'll just do none and porting and updating. That should be fine. Source control is fine. That's going to take some time, but I'm not crazy worried about it. The priority realistically is just doors. This update for doors should, in theory, do some very good things for us. Doors is not making all that much money. It needs to make another couple of million to make any kind of profit, but hopefully the update that we have coming for it, I mean, a lot of the tech levels, it's like 2002, it's like 10-year-old tech levels. So my hope and my theory is that by bringing them all up to sort of more modern standards, we're gonna be all right. That's the hope. I don't know, but we're gonna find out. Now, let's have a look at some other things that we are supporting right now. Doors, for example, not that many active users, but we did fix a bunch of things. Canvas has some bugs. King Doom has a few bugs. Vector 2 has quite a few bugs. Let's just go down the line. So Play is already being updated, which is fine. Nerdrosoft Suite has quite a few that could be dealt with, but you know what might be an idea? Let's, well, develop the bonus pack for one. It doesn't have any followers. That's fine. We probably don't need to market it. I don't think I'm too worried about that. I think what I'd like to do is I'd like to get Wave 9 to be sort of a top priority on these porting jobs down here so that we can hopefully get that onto doors a little bit sooner than later. What are we looking at here? These are going to be employees are getting stressed working. Oh, 2D team. Interesting. How many tasks is the 2D team working on right now? So we get you guys here, 2 tasks. Okay. Well, these guys are working in 12. These guys are working in 15. These guys are working in 6. So I think you can all settle down a little bit. Now, the good news is that with an update, doors did shoot up to almost 1 million in profits. So it's definitely possible that we might see this thing start to do a little bit more for us, which is what I'm hoping for. It's still relatively basic, but we'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. I do think it might be a good idea to start making a sequel right away, though. I do think that's the way to go. I don't know if I want to do Doors 2. Do I want to do Doors 2? Is that the name we want to go for? I mean, realistically, this thing's probably not going to release. It's already going to be approximately 3 years. So we're going to be looking closer to 2020 for this thing to come out, I think. Oh man, that's a lot. It's gonna be a long time. That's well, it's gonna be about 6 years. What about Doors? I mean, Doors 2 makes sense, but I don't like to just follow I want to come up with something else. You know, Doors Pro. Maybe we start doing the Pro line. Maybe that's what we do. We start doing like professional lines of products rather than direct sequels. So let's do Doors. Oh, we did Doors. We could do Doors Home Edition and then Professional Edition, but it's gonna be like 6 years between each. You know what? We'll do Doors Professional, Professional. You know, Pro Edition. We'll do Pro Edition is what we'll go for, and we'll do a little colon in there, just to change it up a bit. So that'll be fine. Subscription based. Oh, a subscription based operating system would be gross. No, we're not doing that. Okay. Framework existing Doors engine is pretty out of date. Let's bring this tech up a little bit. It's only 2010 level tech anyway, so that's fine. It's already going to be about 3 years. That's okay. Let me go to next. Auto balance this, analyze the market, apply. Okay. So that's okay. A lot of wasted interest is okay. Let me do, yeah, we're just going to throw stuff at this now. We're going to do unified search. We're going to do widgets. We're not going to do themes. We can do system recovery. We can do an app store. I don't think we need an app store. I think we're good. I think that's fine. Virtualization. Nah, we're not going to bother with that for, wait, hold on. We're not doing virtualization on the professional edition of the software. Okay. Well, codes, you know what? We're just going to do everything. we're going to do all that. We're not going to do an app store, but we'll do everything else. That's fine. Next page, going to be about 5 years. That's okay. Lead designer on this. Can I be the lead designer? I don't think I can. What did you do? So you did Nerdrosoft Suite. No, who did Doors? Who did the original? You know what? It doesn't matter. You are... Can I find someone that's like inspired? So, I mean, you guys... You're all right. 63 to 76%. 59 to 86. We'll go for Denny White and we'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens. Design is going to be... It's going to be the core team to start with, which might let me use me. Yeah. My portfolio has Doors. It was ordinary. So basically there's no point. There's no point using me for this. So we'll use Stacy Knox because it's only ever going to be ordinary if I do it. So we'll use Stacy and then we'll put the core team here. Approximately 4 years. That's fine. Publisher, none. Let's just start developing it and that'll be all right. So that's going to take a while, but of course it is. That's kind of the point. Wave 9 is hopefully going to get ported nice and quickly. Doors did climb over 1 million. So are we looking at a profit yet? We are almost there. So we might turn this around. I have some doubts. I do. I'm not going to lie. I would be lying if I said I wasn't a little concerned, but we might get there. We might turn this thing into a success if we can start porting things onto the operating system a little bit sooner than later. And you know what? We have 27 deals sitting down here. Let me sort by descriptions. A lot of supporting, a lot of print jobs. and a lot of hosting. That's what I'm looking for. Let me accept the hosting jobs because we can absolutely do those. The print jobs, I mean, 100,000 by June 2014. We can probably do that. Let's yeah, we'll just try it, I guess. 200, we cannot. Well, we probably could do that. 42,000 by December. It is October right now. It's about to be November. I mean, this one we can do as well. I'm going to take that. So we'll take a couple of printing jobs just for a bit of extra money. We don't need the extra money. We are doing just fine. I just like to have things to do. I like seeing this warehouse working, you know? Oh, this is interesting. We just lost our project lead for the Vector project. Was it you? No, it was Kathy Walters, leader of the 3D team. You were with us for 18 years. Wow. Okay. Well, let's get ourselves a new team leader for the 3D team. It's going to be HR and automation. We'll begin. We have normal, which I don't love. We'll go for Christine Joseph, though. She's a little bit younger, which means she's going to be with us for a little bit longer. We can bring you in. We can go to our 3D team employees. We'll go to... Wait, did I put you in the wrong team? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Well, it was a 2D team. I got really confused there. Whoa. Wait, there is no one left in my 3D team. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Wait, I can't educate. That's fine. Set you as the team leader. What do? You can do programming and art. That's fine. Interesting. So where's my 3D team office right now? So that's marketing. That's all you guys. 2D, 3D. So there's supposed to be like 14 people here. Well, 13 people working in the team itself. Interesting. That would explain a lot. That would explain so much. So it's because I never set this up, I guess. Huh, okay. So the 3D team does what? They make Vector right now. I don't really know what the specs for Vector happen to be. I don't really know what it requires, which is a little bit worrying. But I guess we'll do specializations. We can do system, 3D. I would imagine it's just those, right? I don't know if the 3D editor needs any 2D skill. We can take a look at it, I suppose. So if we go to develop software and we want to make a 3D editor, it is 3D and systems pretty much exclusively. So that's fine. So if it's 3D and systems, maybe we do... I mean, it's not going to be any art, or is it? Is there art involved? So if we have a look at the 3D editor, yeah, it does recommend some artists, which is fair enough. So we have room for what, 13 employees? What if we did 5, 5, and 3? So 5 programmers, 5 designers, and 3 artists. That might be the way to go for the 3D team. We'll see if that works out. Specializations, I need to make sure it's actually set up properly. So it is going to be systems and 3D for those two. Salary is going to be high, and that'll be all right. So we'll bring those people in, hopefully, and that's hopefully going to keep that team in a pretty good place. Let's go ahead and accept all of those and close. So then we need to assign Christine Joseph to lead up the 3D project, which is hopefully going to be okay. The bonus pack is coming along quite nicely as well. Updating Nerdrosoft Play is coming along quite nicely. Hopefully we can get that done today. And then Canvas 4, let's start prioritizing that over everything else as well. Doors Pro Edition is getting designed much quicker than I thought it was going to. That actually has me a little bit worried because I don't want to release a sequel all that quickly. So, I might want to keep an eye on that. Now, in other news, the bonus pack for Nerdrosoft Suite is pretty much good to go. It's in beta. So it is January 2014. Let's go for March 2014 for the release on this. We will send out a press build, which is completely fine. There's no bugs to fix. So you know what? Marketing, release date, we will do February. So we'll bring it forward. Pushing back can make people... we'll bring it forward. We'll do it next month and we'll be okay. So we'll see how that goes. There's no bugs to fix, which is great. So that'll keep the office team a little bit busy with Suite Pro, which is completely fine. And we have more people retiring. Is this more complaints about too many tasks? It absolutely is. The porting team does have a lot to do. To be fair, they do have a lot to do. We also just passed a fire inspection, which makes me very, very happy. Doors is doing miserably. I am really disappointed that Doors did not happen to be a success. I mean, it's made a profit, right? So it's not absolutely the end of the world, but it has by no means been the success that we were looking for it to be, which I don't love. I don't love that. Let's release bonus pack and see how it goes. I mean, it is 5 stars, 3 stars, and 5 stars. Surprising, honestly. That's a little surprising. We'll order some copies. I don't think I ordered any. So I'll do 25. We'll do 10,000 copies. We'll do a marketing budget of 25,000. I don't think that's gonna be necessary. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think a marketing budget's really gonna be needed for this. But bonus pack, start printing. Let's do a maximum 25,000 copies, just so that's I don't know, so that there's people that can buy it if they want to buy it. I don't know. I don't know if anyone is gonna want to buy it. Bonus pack was for what? Nerdrosoft Suite, and Nerdrosoft Suite has, well, it has 10,000 active users. So actually, it's not terrible. It's doing all right. Oh, now this explains a lot. I was wondering why the play update was taking so long, and I totally forgot that when you update things, it does require certain stats. So we did need some artists, we do need some network programming, and we don't have any network programmers on the update team. So let me put the core team on this update very quickly, because that should push it through. We will release the update for Play 2. It has 21.3 million active users, which is absolutely fantastic. That is what we were looking for. So that is great. It doesn't have all the features. I mean, we could develop a new one, and we could just throw sort of everything at it at this point if we really wanted to. I'm not necessarily against doing that. If I wanted to do everything, if I wanted to just throw absolutely everything at this guy, about a year for my core team to do it, which is honestly not terrible. Server will be production, source control will be development. It's not terrible. I think we'll hold off though, because my core team is going to be a little bit busy anyway. They're doing Doors at the minute. We have a lot of porting to go as well. So we'll hold off, but I think we will want to just throw absolutely everything at Nerdrosoft Play 3, or whatever we end up calling it. I don't know. We'll have to come up with a better name, I think, than Nerdrosoft Play, because it's a little. I do want to start moving away from the Nerdrosoft, branding. We have Doors is like a standalone thing. We have Longsword, it's a standalone thing. Vector and King Doom and Canvas. I mean, admittedly, things like Suite, we could probably keep, Nerdrosoft in front of that, Microsoft Office, Nerdrosoft Suite. It's a little bit more corporate, so I think that's kind of an okay space. But Nerdrosoft Play as a digital distribution, like it's a store. It's a storefront. It needs to be, well, I was going to say it needs to be friendlier sounding, but then you have the Apple Store. It's right in the title, so maybe it doesn't. Maybe we just do the Nerdrosoft Store. It doesn't quite roll off the tongue as much as the Apple Store though, so maybe not. Now, before we move to wrap things up for today, I have just noticed that Nerdrosoft Suite has 800 bugs that have been verified. So I've gone ahead and started up an update job for that, which is going to be handled by the Office team and my porting team. When it comes to Doors, there's 924 bugs. So we're going to update this as well. We're going to bring the tech levels up a little bit on absolutely everything that we can. We are going to do nothing but the core team for this particular job, because it's a lot, but I'm confident they can manage it. And hopefully that'll work out nicely. Hopefully fixing almost 1,000 bugs will get people interested in our operating system. That'd be nice. That would definitely be nice. How did I just got an achievement. Release 10 sequels for the same IP. Oh, we just released Wave 10. Okay. Is it good? Is it any good? It's good and ordinary. Okay, well, we also released, we released 2 things. Interesting. Okay. Maximum of 125000 for Longsword. Was that Longsword 9? Longsword 8. Okay. And then the same for Wave 10. So we'll max those out right about there. They both have prominent marketing, which is great. Longsword 8 has great quality. we probably want to start porting these guys as well to a bunch of operating systems. So active users, we'll just go for these 2, which is fine. We'll also do doors. We'll put doors in there, even if it's not all that popular. We're going to do it anyway. And then release date or active users. This can go to, I guess, this operating system, and I guess it's already on doors is what I'm gathering in here. Actually, you know what? That one's not going to get ported. That's fine. Okay. Well, that's exciting. I don't know if we've ever released 2 things in 1 month before. Have we ever done that? May 2014 that was a good month for the company. We did sort of back to back right here. We did sort of, yeah, that's June 80. Okay, we did. I love this. I love this little run here. 96, 97, 98. All, you know, yearly releases. That's great. Let me have a look at my archive stuff though. Man, I will say, I've been doing some reading, and apparently franchises can fall into the public domain. So at some point we might actually lose the rights to King Doom. So let me see. When did I plan on making another one? What was my, it was 15 years was my gap that I was aiming for. So if I look at releases, so 2003, so 2018 is when we would want King Doom's sort of reboot to happen. That's 4 years from, we might want to start developing King Doom 7. Well, obviously it's not King Doom 7. It's the reboot. It's the gory, high definition, super detailed, visceral, you know, reboot of King Doom. I think we might want to do it. I think we might want to do it. I think we have to. I do. I think I think we have to. The problem is my core team's usually the one that works on it, and they are going to be very busy with the Doors update and the Doors Pro Edition development. We still haven't released Hellshock either, which is going painfully slowly. I think we need to do it. I think we need to come up with a name for it as well, because it's not going to be King Doom 7. It's going to be King Doom and then a subtitle. And I think the goal here is going to be to do a new trilogy. I don't think we're aiming for 6 more games. I think we're aiming for 3 more games. I think we do like King Doom Rebirth or like Reborn or something. Like King Doom Reborn has a good vibe to it. And then King Doom Reborn, King Doom Revenge. No, King Doom Return? No, Reborn. Reborn has a good vibe to it. I want them all to have like re at the start of it. So King Doom Reborn, King Doom Revenge. 3 out of 4 categories. Hello. Best employer. Gotta be. Every time. Thank you very much. Best product. Oh, that's unfortunate. Longsword 8, that's fine. Most profitable? Absolutely not me. And it was for Vector. Okay. Okay, 3 out of 4 is pretty good. So King Doom Reborn, King Doom Revenge, and King Doom Retire. No, we're not gonna do King Doom Retires. King Doom Resurrected or something? I don't know. We'll do something like that. We'll do like the Reborn trilogy is what we'll call it. Kind of like Halo had like the Reclaimer trilogy or something like that. We'll do I love this. I love because the thing is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The game doesn't care. But I'm having so much fun like imagining this idea of the company sitting down and being like, we have this franchise, we need to not have it go into the public domain. We have this idea. We did the original 6 games. Let's go back and retell that story. So I love that idea. We'll do a new version of the story. It's going to be a reborn version of it. And someone in the boardroom's like, what did you say? It's like, we're going to retell the story. Now the bit after that, it's going to be reborn. Yes, that's the subtitle. King Doom Reborn. Make it so. I love it. I love it. You know what? I think on that note, we're going to leave it there for today. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. It has been an absolute pleasure as always. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.